So, yeah, that's the drama there with work. But I think we should get into
What do we?
today's topic.
Oh, before we get into it,
Oh,
let's introduce ourselves.
hi, I'm Jack. I'm a retired film major.
Hi, I'm Gloria, your favorite oversharer. And this is Jack and Gloria Retired, the podcast where we talk about film, television, and other social phenomenon that happen. This is basically a commentary podcast. So we're talking about the creator.
Yep.
And also, kind of, we're going to spin it off into a teensy bit of a more of analysis of Hollywood's love of Asia. But mostly, this is basically going to be a giant review of the creator, and then we'll analyze some other stuff
Yep.
outside of it. So, the creator came out. When did the creator come out?
Came out
It
like
came out
September 22nd.
September 29th. September 20th. I'm on the Wikipedia
Wait,
page.
it's only been out a week?
Yep.
I feel like it's so long ago already.
Yep. It came out September 29th.
But I saw it early. I actually saw it early.
You saw the 2 day.
I saw it
2 days
September
before,
27th
right?
at the early access IMAX screening at my local AMC.
You got a poster, right?
I could show it to you. It's in my car.
Oh my god.
I mean, I know where to put it. I'll give it to you if you want it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I saw it opening weekend in IMAX. There was nobody in my IMAX theater. Also,
There
I
were
go
not a
to
lot
the
of people
theater
on
in
my-
my mask, and like I was social distance, so no sickness here for Gloria. But I went in a basically empty IMAX theater on Saturday, and I got the Regal collectible ticket, which is really cute. I sent you a picture of it.
cute.
It's so
There's, like,
nice.
this- yeah,
it's
I know
really
they are.
big. It's
Yeah.
so nice, and it's on this really nice cardstock, and you have a picture of a poster from the movie. It was really nice. But yes, how did you hear about this movie? Because I know I saw the trailers for it, but I thought I kind of ignored it.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. It had like the Dream On by
Yeah,
Aerosmith.
yeah.
And I always get really annoyed when like people use Dream On or Fortunate Son or those type of like rock music songs. I'm like, oh, this is for dads.
But a sweet child of mine.
Oh, that's a great song though.
Or I thought you were being annoyed by overexposure or overuse.
Oh, I
mean,
would
I'm
agree.
not
Like
saying
the
any of these
overuse,
songs are
like
bad.
it's an overused song.
Yeah.
Especially in like trailers. But I remember I saw John David Washington was in it. I was like, oof.
Ugh.
I mean, I wasn't excited to watch it. I feel it was a very similar experience to like me seeing the trailers for like Tenet, I think.
Oh really? I was
Yeah.
excited. I remember being excited for 10, even though I didn't see it in trailer.
I wasn't that excited for Tenet. I knew I was gonna watch it because I like Christopher Nolan films,
Yeah.
and I knew I was gonna watch this one because I really liked Rogue One.
I loved Rogue One as well. I saw that for my birthday when it came out.
Yeah, so I knew I was gonna see it, but then the reviews came out like the week before, and they were actually like quite favorable at first.
Yeah.
They did
Oh.
dip eventually when the film had its eventual wide release. And I was like, they're saying it's good? And I'm like, so then I got my tickets for
Yeah.
like the first screening I could because it's been
It
a
was
minute
easy
since-
to get them.
I mean, it actually was. Like, my theater wasn't that full for either time I
Because
went.
nobody's
I
paying
saw it
attention to
twice.
this movie.
I saw it first in the IMAX, then I saw it in the Dolby, which I would recommend seeing it in like a Dolby theater, probably.
Is the one at Opry Dolby? I
No.
saw it in I saw it in IMAX at Indian Lake.
Yeah.
I don't care if I dox myself.
And it's
It
not
doesn't
because
matter.
like IMAX is a bad screen. It's just 'cause it's a very widescreen movie. Like the aspect ratio, like it's wasted in an IMAX theater probably.
Oh, is it?
Because they don't have those like long. It's not
Okay,
tall. It's very horizontal.
That makes sense because whenever I'm sorry for taking
Yeah.
the mic. Whenever I see a movie in IMAX twice now,
Yeah.
whenever I've seen a movie in IMAX at Indian Lake, I've just been like, why did I pay to see it? It's been so boring. But when we saw Oppenheimer together in IMAX at Opry, I was like,
that's
oh,
a true IMAX theater.
Oh, this is what people
Yeah,
are
yeah.
paying for. But when I saw Dead Reckoning, I was like, this is so boring, and the sound isn't even that much better. Like, what
Yes.
am I doing here?
Like the Regal Indian, like IMAX is not a real IMAX theater. Like
It's not-
people on
it's
film
just the
Twitter,
one theater.
they call it Limax because it's not tall enough. It's not the right ratio.
It is Limax.
But it is the right projector. Supposedly, that's the main
It
difference.
sucks.
Um,
If you're in the Nashville area, do
yeah.
not go see IMAX movies at Indian Lake. Oh, sorry.
I
hope we
agree.
don't get
I would
sued.
even say the same thing at the AMC. It's like a very similar situation there, where it is like kind of taller.
Yeah.
But it's not like the Opry Mills IMAX.
It's just not good.
I got my Beyonce tickets for Renaissance World Tour, and I wanted to get it for the best theater possible, so I got them for the Regal Opry Mills IMAX. I'm seeing it at noon the day it comes out. I'm quite excited. I'll see you there.
Slay.
And if you're in my way,
Behind.
move out the way. My girls and we all need space.
Move out the way.
I'm so excited. But I then to see the Dolby, which is like the better theater there anyway, because they have the recliners.
Yeah.
And
I love recliners.
Oh yeah, and
The
it's
only mark against Opry is no recliners.
oh T. Well, yeah, the Opry Mills, yeah. The no recliners
Opry
in
Mills
any
has
of the
no
theaters.
recliners in any of the
It's just
theaters.
normal seats.
Somebody was complaining about that the other day when I went to go see, like, the first Slam Dunk. They were like, it says here on their thing that Opry has recliners. And I was like, buddy, I've been here, like, 4 times a week for the past 3 weeks. They do not have recliners, bro.
Yeah.
Because he was arguing with the lady up at the box office, and I was like, bro, like, take it from me. Like, they do not have recliners. And then I was like, you can go to Green Hills or, like, Indian Lake. They have recliners.
Yeah.
Sorry. But
They
yeah,
do.
that's the only mark against them. Even the one on Thompson Lane has recliners in some. It's just so big.
Yeah.
But yes, so I saw it in IMAX, which I should have seen it at Opry, but it was just closer to me to see it at Indian Lake. And then I here's the thing, because you saw it before me, so you said it was pretty good, and then I had seen all the reviews coming out that were positive about it before, saying it was very good. And also I like sci-fi, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's the Rogue One guy. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'll see it. So I finally saw it and I liked it.
I did too.
I liked it. I won't say love, because there's obviously things to critique, but if you're just going into the movie and you want to have a nice time seeing a sci-fi film, especially since so much of sci-fi recently has been book adaptations and Star Wars, there's not really much original, like, sci-fi, just movie sci-fi that's been coming out lately. I apologize if there's something that's very obvious that I'm missing. I don't think that's, like, coming to major theaters with a budget like this or looks like this.
Yeah.
So I was just happy to see sci-fi on a big screen, and so it scratched that itch for me. But yes, what did you liked it as well?
So I saw it twice. The first time I was, like, over the moon about how good it was. I think I texted you.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually go to our text message real quickly, because I was going off about how good this was. And I got McDonald's that night, too, so I was in a great mood.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, it would have been, like, what, September? Oh my gosh, we text
September.
so much.
We do.
Okay, oh yeah, I got a poster, found it. Here it is. No, like, no screening for my Friday with anybody. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I wrote. Okay. What the fuck? That was amazing. Dune, you are so over. That was my immediate text to you giving my review. And you said, oh my god, slay, I can't wait. And then I said, like, I'm so gagged. And then I said, no, like, I'm getting tickets to see it again on Friday. I'm gonna shut up now. I mean, I benefited from low expectations. Mm-hmm. And then I said, I'm so glowing. I said, I think my fave sci-fi ever, though. Like, I was starved.
No, you were gagged.
And I said, and it's only an $80 million budget. Mm-hmm. And I said it looks better than the recent Star Wars movies. I will 10 toes down on that. Agreed. It looks amazing.
It looks better than The Rise of Skywalker.
I said, I mean, the performances were acting down. I cried a few times. True. And I said, and they got away with the needle drop. So in this film, I mean, go see it already, but I'm going to spoil it. They have a Radiohead needle drop in this movie.
That was
for
so
everything in its
good
right place. And when the song began, also, when it's on the Dolby, like, they had the 5.1, like, the proper Dolby sound. Yeah. The way that song sounded in that theater was insane.
Oh my god.
No, it was like the little hums, and then when
the opening piano,
Tom
like
York,
the da-da-da-da-da,
and then Tom York began singing.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't know. It was like someone like scratched something on my neck. It gave me goosebumps.
No, literally.
It was so satisfying.
Standing at attention. Oh.
I was gagged. I was gagged. And then I said, JW was fine. I'll give above average, but his character's quite simple. I said, but this film gagged me multiple times and looked so good. Yeah. So that was like my immediate review of it. And then you saw it on Friday. And then we said, everyone on Twitter calling it derivative, but I'm like, you mad? Because the film didn't prioritize the white cast. And then you said, but it is a derivative. And I'm like, true. And I said, I didn't mind if it borrows from other sci-fi when it did it better. Blade Runner is boring. The first Blade Runner, I mean. 2049 is actually really good.
I haven't seen Blade Runner. The funny thing is I bought a copy of Blade Runner right before going into my screening of the creator.
And you let it gather dust, because the creator is that girl. Sorry.
I'll watch it later.
And then I said, God forbid I like an action sequence. And then you mentioned getting the DVD for $5. And then I said, I've never seen Terminator. So
Neither
like I am not the end all be all on what a good sci-fi movie is. Yeah. But from what I did see, I quite liked it. And I think my favorite part of it was like that little girl actor. Her name is, are you pulling it up?
Yes, I'm pulling it up. She was a vision. Her name is Oh my gosh, that's
like
not... Her name is
Madeline?
Madeline Una Voiles as Alpha O or Alfie, a robotic simulant with the ability to remotely control technology.
This girl was acting down.
Oh my gosh. She better... My client needs work.
The People's Princess.
Literally, Madeline Una Voiles... She was so personable. She was such a good actress. She showed all her emotional scenes, her funny scenes. Oh my goodness.
And the way her character like actually matures throughout, and the way she picks up and learns things, and the way her eyes are always studying and observing. Yeah. It was an actual performance. I want her to get some recognition for this. I mean, this is the best performance I've seen from a child since probably Room.
Oh, really?
I'm dead ass. Like Jacob Tremblay,
so, yeah.
you got competition. Like you're
He's
no longer that girl.
Child.
I mean, he was Flounder. Remember when he was
before he hit
the premiere? He's like really tall. He's like
tall
taller than Halle
now.
Bailey.
Like, oh my gosh.
And his voice does not sound like it used to anymore.
He looks so different now. It's like somebody put him through a stretcher. He's so big and tall now.
Oh yeah.
That's nephew. He's so. Oh my god.
I mean, I raised him.
No, literally.
I raised him in that shed.
It was crazy because I'm like, I saw you in Good Boys and during the pandemic. I saw you, like, I streamed it at home, but I saw you
curse.
I saw you curse. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I thought, because the movie, I only saw it once, but I was just gagged. I was gagged as well because I was like, oh my gosh, only for $80 million we get this wonderful sci-fi, alternate history, a pretty nice story. Unfortunately, some people's performances aren't up to snuff for the entire film.
Yep.
But for what I paid and what I thought going in, I got my money's worth.
Oh, agreed.
100,000%. So let's get into this. Is directed by Gareth Edwards. He directed Godzilla, the 2014 one, or yes. I think he directed it fully. He wasn't fired off that, but he was.
No.
He directed most of Rogue One, but he was fired off that.
He was fired off during reshoots. Tony Gilroy came in and finished it.
Yeah. And so I loved Rogue One. We already said we both liked Rogue One.
Did you see it again when it came in theaters last year?
Rogue One?
Oh yeah, before Andor came out, they put it in theaters
serious?
again. So I saw an IMAX for the first time last year.
Oh my god!
And I will say, like, holds up. Like, I'm sorry, like these other Star Wars films, no, ma'am.
No, it's crazy.
No, ma'am.
It was such a good movie. Such a good movie.
Like, the stakes are high.
They are very high. Ugh. And the thing is, though, that there's a lot of comparisons that can be made between Rogue One, from what I remember in this film, in my opinion. I think kind of funnily what works in Rogue One doesn't work here. But yeah. Yes. So, also, the entire production budget was, I think, 86 mil. 86... Yeah. Yes. $80 million. I apologize. 80 million. I don't know why I put 6 here.
I think it is 86 million. That's
okay,
what
the
I saw
Wikipedia page says 80 million, but then I think I read somewhere else fully that it was 86.
Yeah.
But I forgot to put the source. I apologize. So $86 million budget, and they got that because they didn't build sets. In Hollywood, to prevent, like, because of Marvel, it's like to prevent spoilers from getting out. They normally build a lot of sets on sound stages, and then they don't really shoot on location much anymore, or as much.
Well, the other main reason is, like, you need to have a big crew to do a lot of, like, big sequences.
That's true.
And so if you're going to shoot on location in a place that isn't LA, and you have to travel, like, to a different country, you have to fly tens and tens of people, almost hundreds of people. Caterers have to get assigned from different locations that aren't normal vendors. You have to make sure people have their passports. Like, there's so much more that is required to ship people across, like, the sea and places that aren't major movie making hubs. Like, they filmed in Nepal. And I'm pretty sure, like, Nepal has some level of, like, film development and productions happening there, but not on the level that, like, LA, London, or Vancouver did at all.
Because the way they were able to get to this budget was because they didn't build expensive sets, like we said earlier, and then they sent small. I remember watching the interview with Edwards. I think it was the one he did for Beyond the Trailer, or
he did an interview with Beyond the Trailer.
Yeah, he did an interview with Grace.
Oh my god, not Grace Randolph. She's always at the scene of the crime. Always at the scene of the crime.
Oh my god!
Thank God Jessica Chastain's nowhere near this.
The beef was so big that Jessica now knows who she is.
Oh no, did you see, like, she was, like, promoting Tammy Faye. It's like, there was this woman that was, like, just saying the most rude things on the internet. And I looked at more of her videos and I realized she was a